What's up, everybody? This is Rob from 5i Sound Design, and today we're going to be looking at our Zoom audio tutorial for musicians. In this video, I'm going to be discussing how to properly set up your Zoom video conferencing software to optimize it the best for utilizing it to hold musical performances using the virtual platform. Before we get started, once again, I would absolutely recommend that you do use an audio interface to be able to get your sound into your computer, smartphone, or tablet. We won't be going into the details of setting up an interface, but at the very least, if you do want some recommendations, I would recommend the PreSonus Audio Box, the Roland Go Mixer, the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. This was the first interface that I had, and it's pretty inexpensive, pretty rugged, a lot of good features. If you're using a phone or you want an interface that's more mobile, I would recommend the Spire interface from iZotope. Really great interface, lots of really good features, built-in microphone as well as any of the iRig interfaces that are available. These are available for Android and iOS devices and offer a lot of different features and a lot of software built into your devices that can really drastically improve your sound quality. So even with an audio interface that's set up correctly, there's a lot of pesky noise reduction, filtering, and automatic volume adjustment features with a lot of the software that's available that can easily make any musical performance sound all over the place or just flat out terrible. They're really designed for speech reproduction and not really for musical performance. Thankfully, though, Zoom does offer a lot of advanced features that can allow you to turn off a lot of these functions. So let's actually take a look at Zoom. This is going to be the window that pops up when we first open up the software. Let's navigate over here to our settings menu. Wait for them to open. Oh, it's up here. Let me drag it down to here. Good. This is our settings menu. Let's navigate over to audio. First thing we want to check is to make sure that our speaker, our output device, and our microphone, our input device, are set correctly. First thing we want to make sure that we do is this little box right here where it says automatically adjust volume. We want to make sure that that checkbox is checked off. We do not want it to automatically adjust the volume because it's going to drastically turn things up and down when we're having different parts of our songs and when we're playing. It's just not a good feature for musical performances. So we're just going to make sure we turn this off. Next, we're going to navigate to our advanced tab down here. And there's a couple of things we need to do. So where it says audio processing, first thing we want to do where it says suppress persistent background noise and suppress intermittent background noise, we want to go to the drop-down menus and turn both of these functions off and or just disable both of these functions. This is going to be the background noise filtering and that noise reduction filtering I was speaking of. This is going to drastically improve your performance to make sure you're not getting that background noise reduction. Echo cancellation, you can't turn it off as a feature, but it actually doesn't impede any performances, so we're just going to leave it on auto. The last thing that we want to do is this checkbox up here, where it says show in-meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. We want to make sure that that's checked on. This is going to allow us to stream audio at a higher bit rate, which is going to drastically improve the quality of our audio sound. Once again, just to reiterate the steps that we took, we want to make sure that this is checked off. Go to advanced, check on the box where it says show in-meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. Then we want to disable persistent background noise and disable intermittent background noise. And in terms of settings, that's all you need to be able to do to get your Zoom window optimized. Let's actually head into a meeting so I can show you what I'm talking about when I say original sound. Right now, let me just move this over so you can see the rest of our functions. This little button on the top right here is what we were discussing before with the original sound. If you select this button, it turns blue or green depending on your OS. And this means that original sound is turned on. What this means is that it will stream your audio at a much higher bitrate and drastically improve the quality of your sound. With a higher audio bitrate, though, it does take up more bandwidth. So if you don't have the best internet connection, it might cause your audio to stop or stutter. So just test this out first to make sure that it's working correctly. And if you are running into those kinds of problems, you can just turn this off. But this does drastically improve the audio quality of your sound coming in. In case you do need to change your settings while you're in a Zoom meeting, you can navigate towards this or this little arrow down here. It's like this. Normally there's a little box that says audio settings. I have too many audio devices that I can select, so I'm actually not able to see it on my screen, but if you don't have that, you can go to video settings. Both of them take you back to the settings page that we saw before so that you can change the same settings. And that, for the most part, that's it. That's all you need to do to make sure that your Zoom settings are optimized the best. So thank you so much for tuning into this tutorial. Make sure you check out this channel. Make sure you like or subscribe for more audio tutorials, streaming content, production mixing, and broadcasting content that we will be coming out with in the future. For any musicians that might be interested in testing out some of the features that we had discussed in this tutorial, I'm actually involved in virtual open mic that is run by VBT, that is run over Zoom. We would love for performers and spectators of all kinds to check out, tune in, and to utilize it as a resource to be able to test out some of the settings that we were talking about right here. If you were interested in performing, you can check that out at this link right here, tinyurl.com/VBT open mic. We will also have a link in the description as well so that you can check that out. That's tinyurl.com/VBT open mic. Thank you so much for checking out this tutorial, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Take care and happy playing.